Hello, my friends. Here we are again on lovely Friday. We have some sunshine here. I hope you have some too. I just love all the green things that are out there, and we're going to be talking about green things. And this is just the time of year when you never know for sure what it's going to be like, unless you're in the other hemisphere, and then you're probably in winter. Hello, Will. It's good to see you. We're going to be looking at some very important cards. There are people who are having a really tough time right now, and the energies are. It feels like everything is moving faster, and everything is bigger, and everything is like it's important, but you're just in my world, I'm finding that I have to look at my calendar often, can hardly remember what's on next. And so that really is something that we have to pay attention to because it can really affect us. But what we're talking about today will be really interesting in terms of how we all experience this time in our lives and some real tools for us to work with. So I think we'll go ahead and get started, and we'll look at where we are and what's happening and what the cards are for today. As many of you know, my name is Arlene Arnold, and I'm a spiritual guide and healing facilitator and work a lot with love. With love. Oh yes, I hope love with color. uh, and I had a wonderful experience yesterday. I live on Whidbey Island, and this was my first time to be in person doing something with my work on the island, and had a wonderful time with the people there, and felt like there's a great interest here in what I do. So now I get to look at my calendar again and say, how do I make some time to do what I do here, which I'm really looking forward to. But, we know that spirit is with us, and our inner spirit is here to help us. And we use that as a way of saying, okay, how do we need to be using our energy right now? So let's get started. The theme for this month for transformational tools is self-care is not selfish, it's essential. Now, I hope that you will think of that carefully, because we really, really need this kind of help right now. We need to remember that self-care is so important. And here's our first card. This is the luminary. Let's see, I have to first of all share my screen so you can see it. um, Here it is. Isn't that lovely? Oh my goodness. Just notice how much light is in there, and that beautiful magenta pink color, and also the pink. And notice the green is there, and we're going to be talking about green a little bit more. And what we want to take a look at here is also how many hearts there are. Love child is what it's called. Now, I'm going to read to you a little bit out of the book. This is a reflection on love child. Prepare the way for love child by bringing home the innocent child self that has been so buffeted by life's experiences. Remove the sign it carries that says to those around, take advantage of me or take care of me. Take responsibility for your life, for life through your discernment and through your choices, so that this little one inside of us feels safe within our nurturing strength. Love child may then tiptoe in, spreading its peace and harmony like warm honey, sweetening the most painful emotions surrounding and healing wounds too deep to fathom, gathering all to infinite source. So let's talk about that for a minute. Um, the innocence of a child. Think about how you were. Were you innocent as a child? Most people were, but some were not. And then life began to happen, and you began to be told what's good and bad, and what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. And a lot of energies come at you. And as a highly sensitive and intuitive child, you know so much, and you feel what's going on with people, and they're not being true to you. They're not telling you the truth. And so it's very difficult for the child part of us to feel safe or to feel like we're being nurtured. And that doesn't mean we had bad parents. It's kind of what happens in this world. And some people's experiences are more difficult than others. But we always have this beautiful energy of love child to go to. So I also want to say that this part in here may be just mine, but I found at one point that I had a message in my energy field. And you might find that surprising, but it's like almost like a billboard out in my energy field. And it said, take advantage of me or take care of me. And when I realized that, I was, oh my goodness, I'm putting that message out. That isn't what I want. And that isn't what is healthy for me. And that was a big turnaround in my life. So be sure and check the messages you have in your field. They're like billboards. And that means that everybody picks up on them, even if they aren't aware of it. And so their behavior will be often dictated by what's in your field. So other people's behavior is often because of the messages that we have in our field. So if you need any help with that, let me know, because and it's something that takes a little bit to uh, move inside and feel what that is. But I know that you can do this. Our soul self helps us to see what these messages are. And then it's talking so very much about innocence and discernment. Now, innocence is a good thing. That's one of the things I discovered was um, for a while, I was like, I don't like my innocence. But actually, innocence is how we find that inner part of ourself that loves so deeply, and with great heartfelt energy. And the the discernment is also in that inside world that comes from our soul self. And then there's also a part of us that knows things because we have lived a human life, and we want to pay attention to that, but not necessarily to all of the messages that we got from the world, because not all those messages are helpful, and we have to be discerning about which ones are helpful and which are not. So here's one more piece from this luminary. Living from the strength in innocence means accepting self and others, even while being judged, choosing from infinite possibilities without restrictions, and living with no expected outcomes. All is given and received without strings attached, a gift of love. So often it feels like in the world that somebody does something for you and then something is required of you in return. That's not the energy of love child. This is totally a gift with no attachments, no strings attached. So we can know that. Now, this is an additional message from me, and you'll find this, what I'm reading to you now, you will find on transformationaltools.com in the blog portion. And if you want to spend some time or even uh, to print that out for yourself this coming weekend and week, it's a good thing to have in front of you to kind of remind you of the message that's coming from the energy during this week. So, this week, let's explore the power of innocence. How do we apply that to our lives? Does that feel like an oxymoron, like it's just something that doesn't fit together? That innocence can be powerful. And one of the things about pink is that pink comes in through people's energy field and they don't really notice it because it seems soft and lovely and all of that. And yet, it can be one of the strongest energies that has us listening to our heart. And when you can move into a situation with this pink love, it's like people just relax and they go, oh, okay, that's not anything I have to be afraid of. So, and how can we live in the balance of innocence and discernment? Is the body part of the innocence? Just think of how it is that the body is so dependent on us. And sometimes we just ignore it. And how do the body, mind, and spirit create the balance? In addition, self care is essential during these times of change, and the energies are really daunting some of these days. And we have to remember that so we don't get caught up in it. I've been having to deal with Facebook and getting into one of my Google accounts that I had lost a way to get into it. Well, all of you know, I'm sure that once you get online and you're dealing with that kind of thing, it's like a rabbit hole. And it feels like there's more to it and more to it, and it's harder and harder to feel like you're making any progress. So I really have to take a break from that. Thank goodness I'm here with you because I feel your energy and I feel the love of Love Child. And that helps me to put things into perspective because I'm pretty much a person who is, when I'm intent on something, I just keep going on it, whether I can feel it's probably not good for me or that the more I focus in this way, the less help I can get from the universe. So let's pay attention and not put ourselves into that position because that's our discernment that says, whoa, wait a minute, back off, ask for some help. It's going to be okay. So we have to pay attention to that. We have to love the body through all new aches and pains, digestive disruptions, and waves of high frequency energy. Those are some of the things that are happening, and they can really throw us off. So we just thank Love Child for being here today and reminding us. It's like, wow, we need that kind of reminder. So I'm going to that now move this away. And now I'm going to share with you. I wonder, if Stacy, do you have a really good picture for green? I have one I can use, but I wonder what you have. I'll put mine up, and then if you, when you find yours, you can put it up too, because it's so many wonderful ways to understand green. Okay, now, did I share my screen? I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. Share my screen. And here it is. Okay, now I love this picture. I took this picture, and that was at a time when I lived right on the edge of a beautiful forest. And you can see all the moss and the ferns, and look at way back in there. Often what I found was when I would look beyond what was right in front of me, I would see a part of the forest that was just lighting up. I could tell all of the beautiful energy that was there back in the forest. So we have the strength in green today. And this is a really, really wonderful color for us right now, because those of us who are in the northern hemisphere, we are in spring, and there's so much that is green. But some places that are not having that green either. So one of the things you might want to do is have a picture of something green, or sit and visualize something that is green. What I do with the color cards is I go to the chapter on the color. So I went to the chapter on green, and there were three, well, actually four really important messages for us there. They are in a paragraph, and I'm going to give you the title of the paragraph. So if you have the color cards, go in and take a look at the strength in green. And oh, it is three. Okay, so one of them is open-heartedness. Another one is vulnerability, which certainly goes along with the child aspect, and decisiveness, which is another piece of being able to make good decisions by using your discernment. So be sure and read those paragraphs. I'm not going to go into them, but I am going to um, say just a little bit about what this is. So there is a close connection here between love child and the strength in green. Giving and receiving love keeps us connected to our center. Vulnerability allows us to listen clearly to our inner knowing. A deep partnership of the body, mind, and soul allows for clear decisions that are authentically aligned as we live our lives in the outside world. The thing that's really important to recognize here is that the strength in green is all around us in nature, and the giving and receiving is part of our nature. Unfortunately, the outside world tends to see that as, you owe me something because I gave you something. This is like that love child is here. That energy of love child is totally loving you. There's nothing you have to do in return except to receive that love. So I'm going to stop the sharing here now, but maybe uh, Stacy has another one that she can put up that's green. But I want us to very clearly understand that we are in a time of change as humans, and as the whole of us on the earth. And as we feel these difficult energies, know, oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Just know that these energies are here for us because we are ready. We are ready to move into this next part of our lives. Oh, thank you, Cameron. So nice to have you here with us. Uh, so the just I want to suggest a thing for you, and Stacy can put up a link for us. We have a membership group that we call the Vortal, and I'm just about to send out a message to the Vortal members. For there are things in our Vortal that are ones that can help people, and it's there are things that I do. I will be doing a presentation, but this time Stacy and Dodie will be joining me, and we are going to show you some different ways to use tools to release what is no longer serving you, to release things that you may have been hanging on to. And that I would love to have you be a part of the Vortal. And Stacy just put up where you can go to find that. And the other thing is, I do Journal with Your Knowing Self, and that is free to Vortal members. And we'll be doing that this month again. And this time it'll be on a Tuesday at 4, and trying different times to see what works for people. Interestingly enough, the group I was with in person doing my presentation here on Whidbey is that there are several people who were really interested in Journal with Your Knowing Self. So it's maybe where I will start to present information here on the island. Okay, so let's see. The oracle decks that we use, the luminaries and the um, color cards, are available for you. Stacey, if you would put up that the oracle decks link, and you feel free to take a look at that and notice that there are different ways you can combine the decks. You can get both decks together, and there's a discount for that. So please take a look at that. And these are tools for you. This is how you can do some of the work at home. And I am always available for individual sessions, and you can find that on Transformational Tools as well. And when you go to the menu and you just hover over shop, you can go down to where it says sessions. All right. This part now is where I pick some cards for you individually. And I'm going to have Stacy help me with who's here. And I keep track of you in my book just to see. I'm always interested to see what happens. And of course, I don't have a pen. So I am going to get a pen. By the way, I'm in my office in our bedroom, and I love the energy in here, but I was having so much trouble with the internet. So we had a fellow come out and fix it. Yes. I will not, it will not disappear anymore. So I'm really glad for that. Okay, Stacy, who do we have first?
First person is Will today.
Okay, and Will had the strength in indigo last time. So let's see what's up for Will. I think yours is a luminary today, Will. So let's see. I'm putting Love Child in the middle in case it comes up again, but I don't think that's the one. Is this the one? Yes. Oh, oh, I love it, love it, love it. Oh, we've got the dolphin song for you, Will. The dolphin song and Love Child really go together. Can you see the pink in the center in there? Just feel the energy of this. Dolphins have such a wonderful energy, and they are just here to love us and be with us. So Stacy's going to put that up now, and what I want to do is go to the book and see what part of the book is here for you. Well, here's what I'm getting, Will, is you know how dolphins move through the water and they jump and they have such a good time, and they are playful and they are wise, and there are stories of dolphins that have helped humans when they were in stress. um, and then you have this childlike energy in there, and I think that's you in some ways, Will, but it's also what's being said to you is to remember to be playful and to move through your life like the dolphins move through the water. And here's again how we can understand dolphins, because they really are here for us in three different ways, and they teach us so much. And so, Will, let this is what Dolphin Song is saying to you. Let me whirl you into the stars to see the magnificence that you are, or that you know, but that you are also. Sit beside me in the nothingness to rejuvenate your inner resolve. Swim with me in the ocean depths whose beauty fills the soul. Call to me anytime. You are never alone. Whoa, we can all take that message in. All right, so that is for Will. And who do we have next?
Next is Leslie.
Okay. Luminary today, too. I think the luminaries are saying, pick me, pick me. Okay, this is the one that's really important for this time. And I have to be sure I get, yeah, Neomatrix. Okay, so Stacy will put up Neomatrix for us. One of the things about Neomatrix, there it is that if you can see how it has a matrix to it, how everything is sort of woven together into a matrix. And what I'm feeling for you, Leslie, is wow, there's some torn places in your matrix. Um, it's like there needs to be some repair. So if you would take Neomatrix and sit with it and ask Neomatrix to help you, it will help you repair that energy that's it's out in your field, but it's felt in the body when it's not complete in out in your field. And Neomatrix holds this matrix for us, and then our each one is also unique, but this Neomatrix knows how to help you with this. um, this I think that this is something that will help put things into perspective, as well as the fact that Neomatrix will help you heal that. Transformation is taking place. A new matrix forms and reconfigures energy fields, causing the DNA, the cells, and the blood to change. Comforting the body and the mind through these changes becomes a high priority. And we can comfort the body and the mind from our inner soul self. The soul self can be there with the body saying, I love you so much. And the soul self can be with the mind saying, stay true to yourself. Yes, there are all kinds of energies out there around you, but don't be taken in by them, because you are perfect inside and your matrix is yours. So Leslie, just have this neo matrix help you with the reestablishment of your matrix, and it's already happening. So thank you, Neo Matrix. All right. Who's next?
Next is Susie.
Hi, Susie. All right. Susie, yours is a color card today. So let's see what's here for Susie. Ah, interesting. Yours is a lesson in indigo. And I want to talk just a minute about indigo. I find that indigo is at the base of the skull in the back. It's where we bring through um, our psychic gifts. You know, the pituitary and the pineal up here in the behind the forehead is a big part of intuition, but psychicness comes in through the base of the skull. And if you're having uh, these muscles here get real tight sometimes, and sometimes that's because you're holding something back. So be open, Susie, to the fact that you right now are in the process of bringing forward some of the aspects of your psychicness. Oh, you've been thinking about indigo this week. Well, you're very psychic, and you pick those things up. One of the things it says on indigo is trust what you know. So, Susie, it's really important to remember that everything that you need to know is inside here. That's your soul self. And so, as you're going through, really, allowing something new to come in, be in touch inside, because sometimes we're ready for it, but maybe a little bit of fear is there, and your soul self can help you with that. And also, a love child can help you with that. Just be with you as you go through some changes. So, lesson in indigo. Okay, who's next?
Next is Grace.
Hi, Grace. Okay. Oh, Grace, the luminaries love you. And they love everybody, but boy, do they love Grace. Let's like, oh, where is Grace? They've been missing you. Oh boy. Okay. This one is called Wings. I love wings. So, as you know, Grace, this is telling you that you may have not allowed yourself to uh, be moving that gracefully with wings. So, what it's saying to you is remember that you are free. You are not being held down by anything. Okay. You are free. Like a dragonfly of delight, fly free into the depth of your soul felt desires. This is where dreams manifest. Freely fly into your dreams to know clearly your human divine desires. And like a dragonfly of delight, move in with and through these manifestations in motion. Breathe into potentialities yet unrealized, remembering that all you desire is possible. I'm not sure if you're realizing, Grace, um, of the potentialities that are here for you that are opening up at this time. Please sit in meditation with that and connect with the potentialities. See what your soul says about these potentialities. It's like I think as the years go on, we kind of think, well, I've done it all. I'm here. I've been doing my work. I've all that kind of thing. But that's not what the universe is saying right now. It's saying there's more. It's not about pushing yourself, but it's a matter of allowing your potentialities to come forward. All right. So this is Wings, and I saw Cameron on there earlier. Is he on your list?
I put him on the list, but he said that he couldn't hang around, so he's probably not on.
Okay, I hope he'll come back and listen to his. This is really fun, but both the color cards and the luminaries want to give him a card. So let's see. Strength in silver. And that's one of the highest frequencies in the deck. So, and that's the feminine energy. So interesting. So, Cameron, the silver energy, it also mirrors things away from you. So if you're having any problem with energies that are attaching to you, put the silver around the outside of your energy field, and it will simply mirror away to whatever whoever's out there or whatever's out there. And what they see is themselves. They don't see you, and so then they don't attach. So let's see what else here is for Cameron. This is another one that's really fun. This is passionate ascension. So, Cameron, you're in the process of ascension. It's not that you haven't been doing that, but this time it's like moving really fast. You're going into higher dimensions. And so it's sort of like, what they say, hang on to your hat. Be really, really present in this, because that can be. Um, you got to stay grounded, and you need to do your meditation, and the way that you work with your spirit, really, really important. Do not get away from that right now because you're in a huge ascension. Okay, anybody else?
That is all I see or saw.
Okay. Okay. So, Stacy, I'm going to pick one for you, and why don't you pick one for me, and let's see where we're at. I have to write this down for Cameron. That was strength and silver and passionate ascension. Okay, so I'm having a hard time figuring out which one is here for you, Stacy. I think it's a color card. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, I love it. You're in the strength of yellow. On my presentation, it was yellow and purple. Oh, I have to tell you, Stacy and all of you, well, when I got home, it was a number of hours later. I started sneezing and sneezing and sneezing and sneezing, really deep sneezes. And so I stopped and I said, okay, what's going on? And my inner self said, well, you did the meditation on yellow and purple and you released a whole bunch of stuff. And now we're just sneezing it out. So I laugh because it was, I mean, whenever I do lead a meditation, I'm there doing it for myself, but that was the strongest I've ever had a reaction to working with the yellow and the purple. So just be careful. You might end up sneezing all day, Stacy.
Especially since I put a picture of a flower up.
Yes. But you know what? I'm also getting that we're telling ourselves we're allergic. Mm-mm. I'm going to do some more work on that because I don't think being allergic is something that we have to put up with. So I'll let you know what I find out.
For sure.
Okay. But being in the strength of this, I was just struck by doing the presentation in person again, how much I understand about the colors. And yellow is such an important color because it really is about how you see yourself and how you think other people see you. And you know, in order for us to stay aligned to who we truly are, we have to release the old stuff that's in the solar plexus that told us who we were. And then we have to look at it and just say, is that me? And if that's not you, we let it go. And I did, in this presentation, I did a little bit different way of working with the attachments. And I'm going to bring that to the color course that we're doing today. And we're doing orange and blue. So it'll be interesting to try that out. But the strength in yellow says that you have quite a good grasp of who you are, which is cool. And it also means that not everybody's going to understand who you are, but the more that you are clear about who you are, and that's what's out in your energy field, the more other people will see that and they will know that that's who you are. And it's like that can be something that we all do that is just normal and natural for us, is that we stay so clear inside of who we are and who we're not, and we're releasing what we're not, that life gets easier because people don't try to put you in a box because they feel the strong energy around you and they know that that's who you are. Um, it's an interesting time. Stacy, have you noticed anything else about these energies that are out there right now?
I don't, there's just been some shifting. There I am. Just a lot of high energies, a lot of different stuff going on. It seemed very active though. Like everybody's
Very
getting
active.
very busy. Our schedules are getting very tight.
Yes,
But it's
yes,
all good stuff. I think
yeah.
we're really accomplishing a lot and moving forward. Kind of like we just shifted into fifth gear.
That's exactly how it feels.
So I think we have
Yeah.
to make time, and your focus this month with self-care is perfect, because we do need to take care of ourselves to maintain that speed, keep our health up, keep our vitality up, keep up with your practices, and look at your calendar. And some of these things, like I said, you and I were kind of talking, and I'm like, on some of these things, we might want to not try to move so fast on them and take more time to go deeper in them and take the pressure off ourselves. So there's just a lot of different changes going on.
Yeah. And I think my working in person again is really helping me bring back some of the things that I've done before, but probably feeling it in a deeper way because I've changed over that time and the people I'm talking to have changed. And out of this, there were several people that I think that will come to me for individual work. And really, intense stuff, But I know the color therapy can help them. But, it's like I don't want to give anybody false hope. I just want them to know that there are things they can do to feel better. So it'll just be interesting to see where that goes. It's kind of just a whole nother I don't know, it's like another circle of energy that I'm moving into. That's quite interesting, and I think it will be really helpful for what I do with transformational tools. So we'll just stay tuned and see. Yes, the Vortal. Please sign up for the Vortal. We have some great stuff coming this month, and we put it all in there so that you can put it on your calendar and you don't have to miss anything. Grace, come join us. I know that Grace brings so much beautiful energy, and we would love to have you be a part of that. All right, I'm going to say goodbye for now. We'll be back on next Friday, and we're going to be moving into next week. The energy is going to be softer, kind of, and really helpful. And that innocent self of ours is going to be coming forward. So let's really pay attention to that because we can be in that, and that can be part of our whole feeling about the world around us. All right. Thank you, Stacy, and thank you, everybody, for being here. I love you all, and we will see you next week.